Sushil sir, welcome to Alpha Beta.
Thank you.
It's really a privilege to have you here, and I think recently Alpha Beta has done an amazing contract. Can I ask you about your journey, how you landed up in Pittsburgh?
Okay. So thank you. So it's a privilege to be here in Alpha Beta, where I have been coming since 2018. So it's been quite a journey. I did my undergraduate in India in computer science. I was one of the first few students to take up a challenging field back in 1982. And then I did my master's in the Asian Institute of Technology in Thailand, and also did my PhD there
in the US.
In Thailand. Yeah, I don't have a US degree since. And then it was an honor for our former late king to give me a Mahindra Vidya Bhushan.
Wow,
so that was kind of a privilege having a PhD. I gained some industry experience in Thailand as well as in the United States. One thing in the United States, this company that I worked for, we used to hire a lot of students. We had a Super Saturday every month. I found that these students had good theoretical knowledge, but very less practical knowledge. So I felt that it's time that I go to academia so that I can teach them some practical knowledge, applied knowledge. So that's how, back in 2005, I landed in Robert Morris University. I started as an assistant professor, climbed up the ladder.
Excellent.
And in 2015, I decided I've done some good teaching. Now it's time maybe I can contribute to the administration side. So currently I'm a vice president of research, grants, and global initiatives. That's awesome. What I do. So it's been quite a journey. And along the journey, one of the things that I've always been focusing on is being a citizen of Nepal, being a native of Nepal. I'm always thinking, how can I help my Nepali students come through the same journey as me, or maybe a better journey?
Absolutely.
So for that reason, it was such an honor to be able to be associated with Alpha Beta, bringing in some students to help us.
Excellent. I have a lot of friends in the US, and whenever I travel to the US and I meet them, they are all across from east to west, south to north, and they have done amazingly well in the university, and they always have an amazing sort of support system for the Nepali student who goes there. They get either talk about a little bit of part-time on-campus job or getting some extra scholarship, at least pushing the university to accept more Nepali students, which is amazingly, opportunity for a whole lot of future, Nepali citizen. So having said that, for your university, IMU, if I have to, recommend our students, what are the major attractions that Robert Morris University has to offer in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania?
So very good. So first off, I want to say that our university is a professionally focused applied university. The meaning of this means to say that our graduates can perform from day one. They don't need training. What we teach is state of the art. Whether it's in engineering, whether it's in software, computing, IT, state of the art. So we feel good about that. The other thing is that the university offers an appealing scholarship. Depending on the GPA, we start from $26,000.
$26,000. Okay.
And then it goes down. So I feel that that's a huge benefit for the student. And that is something that I've worked with our administration over the years, realizing that American education is not affordable for all. So this scholarship is a big help for them. The other thing I focus on is that Robert Morris University is a safe campus. One of the things we worry about as parents, as guardians, when we send our daughters and sons abroad, we're always worried about the safety. And we've heard of some stories that are sad. So our campus is very safe. The other thing is that people talk about East Coast and West Coast of the United States. We are not too far away. 4 hours drive from Washington, D.C. 6 hours drive from New York, and 7 hours drive from Chicago.
Okay.
So all of those make it very appealing. Now, in terms of after, let's say, after you graduate from RMU, what's the prospect of you getting an optional practical training?
OPT.
How are you going to do that? So we know that if you have a STEM designated degree, you get 1 + 2, total 3 years of OPT. So Pittsburgh, the last 3 years, we received a huge grant, and we are now focusing on automation, artificial intelligence, and robotics.
Right.
It's one of the 3 hubs in the United States.
Right.
And RMU is a part of that hub.
Right.
I started the computer science major with a grant from that project.
Right.
So I feel there's a lot of appeals.
Yeah.
And there is a good Nepali community, which is important.
In the Pittsburgh area?
In the Pittsburgh area.
Right.
So we divide the Nepali community into 2. We call them Nepali from Nepal and Nepali from
the
Bhutan.
US.
From Bhutan.
Bhutan. Oh, I see.
So it's like, for me, when I go for groceries, I go to the Bhutanese store.
Yeah, they have like
everything.
Us. Absolutely.
They have everything. So I think it's a good thing. And one thing I can tell you is that for years, something that my father taught me, if there's any Nepali in town, the first dinner they'll have will be at my place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether it's student, professional, they come. So RMU students are always invited for Dasari celebration.
Right. Right.
So I feel there are a lot of good things.
Yeah.
But one thing that I want to make very clear is that the university being small, we give special personal attention to each student, whether it's advising or mentoring.
Right. That's
I think there's a lot of plus.
Absolutely. So over 10,000 students going every year from Nepal to the US. So mostly undergrad, but then if you look at the percentage, so around 40% for masters and PhD, and around 60% of the undergrad students. I was in the US, I got back yesterday. So for the last 3 weeks, I spent quite a bit. In about 3 weeks, I traveled about 10 states, 10 different cities. So there's a huge problem, huge issues, especially with the students who are going there and also transferring the campuses, the universities.
Exactly.
So what measures, that we should adopt so student doesn't have to transfer and then they stick to the institutions. If they transfer, then, it's troublesome for them also. They lose out a lot of time, a lot of opportunity. And then maybe their reputation may not be good as a Nepali student going and transferring.
Exactly.
So what advice will you give to those students and also those recruiting agencies who are recruiting students without having much of knowledge and letting the students, and how we can kind of control this at RMU?
Exactly.
If you say more students.
So this is thank you for bringing this up. Yeah. This is actually a very important concern for every university. Retention.
Yes.
For me, the way I look at it is that graduation rate is fine, but retention rate is important.
Absolutely.
Right. It's a loss for both the student and the university.
Yes.
The student may lose credits.
Yeah.
That means will lose time and money.
Yeah. Also reputation-wise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the reputation is also very important. So what we do is that we think that it's important that we work together with Alpha, Beta and ourselves to make sure that the students can be retained.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We provide opportunities, but more important, we provide what we call a support structure.
Absolutely.
Our international office, which is called the Center for Global Engagement, is a home away from home.
Right.
It's actually a house.
I see.
Where we kind of create this, where students go to cry if they have problems and homesickness. But all in all, I think Robert Morris University, our faculty and staff, they're well-versed in international students.
Right.
And so they try to help a lot.
Right.
But one thing that the students need to understand is that American education is an investment.
Absolutely.
So you will see that return if you're successful after a time.
Absolutely.
Don't hurry.
Yeah, exactly.
Because just by moving from one institution to another, you may be able to pay less tuition, but you're going to hurt yourself down the road.
Absolutely.
You may not be graduating from a repetitive.
Yes, absolutely.
So
also, a lot of students, they are lured by a lot of agencies, a lot of other senior students. So without knowing much, they just try to save little bucks, but then they lose out so many other things. Right. So any other message?
So I think what I want to say here is that Robert Morris University is a university for you.
Yes.
Okay. If you come, you become successful, you will have a bright future ahead.
Right.
We will work with you. We will mentor you. We will advise you.
Absolutely.
But you have to be steadfast that you're here on a mission.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't get troubled. You might have distraction.
Yes.
But stay focused.
Yeah.
You will be successful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sir. And it's really great to have you here. And it's again a big opportunity for Alpha Beta to represent Robert Morris University more or less exclusively in Nepal, and we hope to recruit some of the best students from here. So the students and parents, so if you have interest to go to Pittsburgh at RMU in Pennsylvania, do come to Alpha Beta, and we have our full-time counselors who are mostly US graduates come in, get a lot of insights, learn about the scholarship, learn about the courses. and then the OPT and CPT opportunities, come and join us. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.